Some people are intimidated by your power and they don't even know it. And I know you might be thinking, how can someone be intimidated by my power and they not know it? Well, it comes out subconsciously. And if you are keenly aware, you can pick up on the cues. Now, here's the thing, when you make this known to those people, and often either other people, they're going to say things like, you are thinking too deeply into it, or you're overthinking. See, when a person tells you that you're overthinking, this is evidence that that person that said that probably doesn't think at all. They probably don't think nearly as much as you think, which is why the mere thought of you thinking triggers them to think that you're overthinking. So, understanding who you're dealing with will allow you to play these people very subtly. You see, their jealousy, their envious characteristics comes out subtly. So you have to know how to strategically deal with those type of individuals subtly as well. And this is only reserved for masters. If you're not a master, this message won't resonate with you because you're not even consciously aware of what I'm even talking about. But when you are a master, you have to get used to the idea that some people are not going to like you. And there's different degrees of people that are not going to like you. Some people that are not going to like you are going to stay totally away from you. They don't even want to be around you. Then you're going to have other people that don't like you and they want to do some type of harm to you. But then you have other people which are trickier to catch, because these type of individuals that don't like you are individuals that don't like you, but they are close to you. These are the people that I'm talking about in this video. Now, they might not even be consciously aware that they don't like you, but it comes out in subtle ways, as I mentioned earlier. It comes out in little bit of comments that they make here and there. It might come out in the form of a joke. They might critique you about this. They might critique you about that. And if you are not keenly aware of it, you might just be tempted to sweep it under the rug. But there's something deep down inside of you that keeps stirring at your spirit. And it's begging you to pay attention to these subtle cues that you're picking up on. And in order to acknowledge these subtle cues, you have to be willing to look at the entire scope, look at the entire picture. For instance, don't just focus on the little smart comment that was made today. No, because if you do that, you'll always miss the point. You'll always be surrounded by people that are kind of jealous of you and you won't even know it. And when you find out one day, it'll hurt you at your core. But what you have to do is you have to pull back from the comment they made today and look at the smart ass comments they've made over the entirety of your connection to them. And then you'll be able to string their intentions together when you look at the big picture. That's what they call looking at the big picture. If you don't look at the big picture, you'll miss it because you're still looking at the little picture. Look at the big picture. Throughout the entirety of your relationship with these people or this person, has this person always made little smart ass comments criticizing you about this, this, and this? Are they very slow to praise you? Are they very slow to give you praise when you deserve it? You got to be mindful of this. A person that's slow to give you praise is a person that's quick to give you hate. A person that's quick to give you praise is slow to give you hate. And don't think for a second that you are overthinking or that you are looking too deeply into things. This is called your intuition. When you bring it up to these people, they're going to quickly say, "What are you talking about, man? I was just joking around." Or, "What are you talking about, man? Come on, man. You know I wouldn't do that. You know I wouldn't. You know I don't feel this way." Or they're going to automatically throw it on you. They're saying, you know, I wouldn't do this, this, and this. They're not saying they didn't do it. They're saying, you know, I wouldn't do it. They're throwing it back on you. See, you have to look for the cues. It's not about what a person is saying a lot of times. Sometimes it's about what they're not saying. And when you point out something that a person has done and they automatically start talking about your role in it, you know, I wouldn't do this. You know, I didn't say that. I don't know that. Don't tell me what I know. Did you do it or did you not do it? You got to be mindful of these type of people. They're tricky to catch. But here's what you do. Don't call them out. Not at first. I want you to play their ass like a fiddle. Play them like a fiddle. How do you play them like a fiddle? Pretend to be stupid. See, if you call somebody out on their shit, they're going to become better and better at disguising their intentions. If you never call them out, but you keep in the back of your mind for you to be consciously aware of these characteristics, slowly but surely, they'll start exposing their hands more and more and more. When you look back over the entirety of your relationship, that's when you'll be able to see their full intentions. When you are a master, you're going to offend people just by your mere presence. Something about your solid state of being, something about your confidence, the way you show up in the world bothers them at their core. And they don't even know why it bothers them, but you know why it bothers them. It bothers them because you've arrived at a place that they haven't arrived at. There's something about you that makes them realize that they are not happy with themselves, and they will stay close to you in disguise. I'm very mindful of who I invite to my home. If I ever invite you into my world, know that I invited you into my world as a gesture of my appreciation. And I don't give that gesture to anybody. I give that gesture to people that I appreciate. If you do something to ruin that gesture, you'll never be invited into my reality again. I'm very serious about this. So many men and women have fallen victim to being set up or to being taken down by people that were secretly jealous of them, envious of them, and people that secretly wanted to be them. See, most people don't know who they are. And when they come across a person that knows who they are, a person that knows who they are is just being them. But a person that doesn't know who they are isn't going to take that as a sign that they need to know who they are. They're going to think that now I need to become that person. And when they can't become the person that knows who they are, they become jealous and envious of that type of individual. And my friend, that type of individual is a dangerous person to be around. You want to be around people that are comfortable being themselves, because a person that's comfortable being themselves is a person that's not comparing themselves to anyone else. And there's a few people on this earth that go around this earth and they're not comparing themselves to anybody. Is that you? The masses are always comparing themselves to other people. And this is why so many people are unhappy. They are unhappy because they are living in a constant state of comparison. They're comparing themselves to you. They're comparing themselves to me. They're comparing themselves to everything and everyone they see. But you know, because you are a master of yourself, you are self-made, and that bothers a lot of people. So I just wanted to put this video out there to let you know that no, you're not overthinking it. That is really jealous of you. No, you're not overthinking it. They really envy you. Don't call them out. Just play dumb and watch people reveal their hand, one smart ass comment at a time. It's Robbie Cornelius, always encouraging you to master your mind and make money online.